Hey everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge Podcast. My name's Josh. Thanks for joining me today. You are awesome. I just need you guys to know right off the bat today, you're some kind of something. Sometimes people need to be reminded, and I know I say it in passing all the time, but just so you know, you're dope. All right? Okay, cool. Today we're talking about Kyra, who's not dope. Smokes dope, probably. Acts like she's a dope head, though. You know what I'm saying? She's an idiot. So she did this video where she said a bunch of craziness, and we're going to snark on it because it's comfort snark time. So, shall we? We shall. So before we kick off, for some reason, Preston disengaged his Instagram. Like he went off and stopped following Kyra or something. People were conjecturizing that something was going down. Probably. These people probably fight all the time. And it's in Kyra's best interest to stay together because holy cow, will the internet laugh if they break up. Because we all know it's coming. And we all know that it's very volatile the way that they got together anyway. And it's all based on sex. So it's not going to last. There's no love there at all. If you go through the page, what is this? I have no words. What is this here? What is she showing here? What is that? A spider and her boob pump or something? What is that? How do influencers not understand that some things truly not need to be shared? What is it? Looks like a roach. Looks like a nasty bug. It's a huge looking bug inside of her wearable breast pump. Oh man, if that ever happened to my wife. Woo! My wife does not like bugs. Not even ladybugs, which are like, oh, ladybug. But ladybugs are also, for some reason where I live, there's like a million ladybugs. And they just, hey, this house is warm. Let's go in here. Everybody's got ladybugs in their house. My wife does not like any bugs. And this is one thing that really gets my goat about my wife. Because of the way she reacts to bugs, now my kids react that way to bugs. And I blame her every time the kids freak out for a bug. I'm like, that's you. Just so you know, that's you. Because I don't freak out when I see bugs. I'm like, it's just a bug, man. Spider bro. He eats mosquitoes. Why are you scared of a spider? But they freak when there's spiders. Damn. Do you do that around your kids? Anyway, don't. Let them know that bugs aren't scary. Unless you live in Australia and your bugs can kill you, then tell them that. What's this that she shared on her Instagram?
The girls get out of preschool at around 12:30, so they usually do some independent play and quiet time until I'm done with work, and then we that.
Okay, here's my hot take.
Till I'm done with work. She puts out one video a week and it's like 7 minutes long. This woman.
So I think that when girls boast about being like the other woman, like, oh, I took her man, oh yeah, he left her for me, or he cheated with me, I think it's because they want to have a leg up on the beautiful girl. They want to be out the beautiful girl for a man because they've never been looked at or considered beautiful by any man. And like being the other girl or like taking her man is not the flex that you think it is. Matter of fact, it's an opposite of a flex. Like, that's disappointing.
I agree.
And you shouldn't want to be second choice to anybody. Like, what the is wrong with you? And like, that's why I always say like,
boom, second choice. Ugh. I'm sure Hannah has, to this day, just like, thank God. She's probably like, thank God I dodged, not a bullet, but like a intercontinental ballistic missile is what she dodged. What else is going on? Here's the moved houses a lot as a kid starter pack. My address. Let me ask my parents. Look it up real quick. Oh my gosh. Yes. You didn't know your address. Where's Thing? Last time I saw it was 2 houses ago. Is it lost forever? No friends? Not for me. I adapted because I moved like 45 times, so I just was really good at making friends. I think that's part of the reason my personality is the way it is, because I'm just really comfortable around people I've never met before. I can make friends instantly with people. So living like this for 6 months, yeah? Boxes. Used to your parents being insanely stressed all the time. Can't relate to having a childhood home or a childhood room. That's something I want to give my kids, and so far so good. I think we've moved 3 times since my kids have been, I mean, that's a lot since for kids. But like, this is the house that we're in now until high school's over. For sure. Like, we're staying, that's it. We're not leaving. Not at all. Nope. And I want my kids to have that. I want my house to be the place where all the kids come hang out. They don't even have to ask to bring their friends over. There's no like, hey, come my friends. I'm like, I don't care. Let this be that place. You know? I like that. The one house you lived in for multiple years that was your favorite and you miss it so much. That's, yep. Moving schools because you're moving house. Yep. This is it. We're going to retire in this home. Moves again 18 months later. Family dog cat has separation anxiety, stress issues, and or is generally depressed. Yeah, that's true. Trust issues in adult. Does it come from moving a lot? Interesting. That's really interesting. So apparently she wears a Trump shirt in this video, and it says, the Trump shirt, you have how many daughters? And you voted for this man. Not surprised at all. Preston and Kyra are the definition of Trump voters. And she says, I don't vote. Of course she doesn't. Of course she doesn't. Guys, vote. No matter what you think about politics, vote. Use your voice. It is a gift that you have, a freedom that a lot of people don't have. Use your gift to vote. And if you're in Canada, make sure you vote out Sparkle Socks in the next election. Please. This is a good point. A hate view is still a view. Make her irrelevant. Now, if you must watch her, you can watch her through me, or download the video with a downloader. You can just type in YouTube video downloader, and there's like 100 of them. Just take the link, download and then watch it. She doesn't get the view. I mean, if you must watch and hate watch, Kyra and her big ass forehead in a few years. I love this snark page. It's one of my favorite comfort snark pages. These people just know how to snark, and they're like unapologetically like, let's do this. So I'm gonna leave this here to refresh everybody, my people. Oh, I remember this video.
And comforting another guy because he was sad.
Okay, let's read it. So I know we want to move on, but we want to tell her the truth, right? We want her to tell the truth. Yeah, sure, not full-blown cheating, but it's micro cheating. Kyra just fess up and give us the details, which she won't. She won't. She won't. But no one is going to move on. You and your husband on how you met your kids asked over and over again. How you met yours and his family won't forget. Hannah and the family won't forget. Oscar and his family won't forget. And you and all your friendship subscribers, they don't forget. So let's watch this. So I've watched this video multiple times. Every time I watch it, it uncovers new things. Maybe we should redo it over Snarkmas.
There. And comforting another guy because he was sad. Please clarify.
And he's like saying, oh, you cheated.
That I wasn't cheating.
Yeah, you weren't cheating. You weren't cheating. You did a lot of things that bothered me. I wouldn't consider them full-blown cheating, but it was definitely...
Yeah, but you were cheating. And she was full-blown cheating, by the way. According to my source, I'm pretty sure Hannah reiterated this, but they were full-blown cheating. And Oscar didn't know. So what Oscar said was like half cheating. She was doing that, and he's admitting it. But he didn't know they were full-blown cheating. Like, full-blown cheating.
Lines.
Oscar, we're not keeping that. And it was in the video.
And nobody, like, cheated. Nobody, like...
Feelings were hurt, though. You did.
He's not giving it. And it's first time, like, because she usually pushes him, and she's used to getting her own way with him and, like, changing the narrative. We didn't cheat. Well, no, you sort of did. Feelings were hurt, and you were comforting a guy. Like, what? You got no business comforting another person. Okay? Like, you could be there for friends, for sure, but comforting? What did that mean? And how were they comforting?
Did some things that hurt. She was telling me, like, hey, I think you should sleep with someone. Like, what? First of all, I wouldn't even know how to go about that.
But like, I don't know, guys, I feel like they just, like, need that. Like, Oscar and I haven't slept together in some time.
Oh, she's so disgustingly dirty and disgusting. It never gets easier. She's like, the reason she wanted him to sleep with somebody so that she could feel less guilty about what she did. And he never did. He waited until he found the right one. Like, Oscar, he's a freaking, I don't know, he's like a dog, right? He's a likable guy, right? And he didn't just give it away. He didn't go, maybe he did, I don't know, but not that we know of. And she was trying to push all that because she's a biatch. That's it. So anyway, this video is, whoa, it's pretty long, 19 minutes. I haven't been honest, and apparently she says some craziness in this video, so buckle up.
That's my girly pants.
Oh, bacon doesn't look good. You did it wrong. Those are the creepiest looking dolls I've ever seen in my life. Stop chewing on camera.
Good morning, you guys. Wow, just got a lot louder in here.
Good man.
We're like whisper talking. We have a very exciting day planned. I vlogged not too long ago showing you guys that we went to go and see a house. We're always exploring the idea of like building a house, tearing down our house, or just moving into another house. We like to keep our options open.
Just give your kids a place to live, for the love of Pete. You already basically ruined their childhood by throwing their dad down in the dumps and cheating on him and like getting with the nanny's husband, and like now all their friends are gonna know. They know you sell dildos next to pictures of them on Instagram. Like, you already ruined it. Like, do something that's good for your children, please, for the love of Pete. You tell everybody you're built to be a mom. You're such a good mom. Anybody has yet to see any evidence of that. You are not a good mom. You are a terrible, terrible mom so far. You have not proven once that you're a good mom. So maybe show us some evidence. Yeah, no, because you've let them beat them online. On the videos, you've started to beat them. You've bit them on video where they started crying, and Oscar's like, "What the hell?" You are a terrible, terrible abusive person. So gross.
That way we're not one day like, oh, we want to move, and then like we buy a house out of like impulse.
Link and you did.
Well, we're at it again, viewing houses. I swear this has just become our pastime hobby.
Yeah.
Preston packed
Preston's like, I'm getting a free house. Yeah.
us some snacks. We have jerky, we have coconut water, we have nuts. Can't go without the nuts.
Coffee.
Ew. She's so gross.
You forgot the coffee.
We do have coffee. This one, we wouldn't be doing this if we didn't have coffee, obviously. So you guys agree that there's certain activities that you just like need to stop by Starbucks first and like get a coffee or bring a coffee? This is one of
Shut up, dumbass.
We did just view our first house. I wasn't a fan. We looked at it mostly for the square foot. We didn't really love it. It was a little bit
I wouldn't move there either.
too much
Too tiny.
of a flip for us, and we're not
Are you really showing online other people's houses and like, we're not buying this one? Really?
really into that, as you can see, or we do it to our current house.
I was just gonna say, our current house is so old that you can't even really flip it.
You gotta
But you guys were gonna tear down, build a new one there, Presticles.
flip the pipes, and that's no fun.
You gotta flip everything.
Just freaking
Flip
flip
the
it.
house upside down, it might work better.
You guys are kind of funny. It's not funny. This guy is not funny, man. Holy cow. Was that funny here? Really? That it would deserve cackles?
Gonna make the same joke. What do you think of that one, honey?
Yeah, that was.
I love
Yeah, it's free house. I'm in. Whatever you want, babe.
that one.
Imagine being this guy.
I love that the master is on the main floor. I knew I liked it online, but it was just very bland.
Can you stop eating on camera, please, for the love of Pete? Just finish eating, then talk. Does any of these houses have light?
And no surprise here, beauty queens, we forgot to finish the vlog.
Oh, did you forget? This is your only job that you say that you do. And when your kids come home from school, you send them out to watch their iPads while you do your job. This is the only thing you have to do. That's it.
Looked at houses all day that day. I didn't end up vlogging all of them. I always feel kind of weird vlogging them because I'm like, maybe these people...
Don't vlog any of them then, dumbass.
Anyways, are moving. We did pick a house. If you're interested in a really long explanation and
We're not. What the heck?
the steps that we had taken to get here,
Plus clarifying addressing your account.
I'm not interested in that, then this is your announcement. We are moving. You can stop watching that. How far back do I want to rewind?
Hey.
Let's go back in a time that I was
Getting what? Cheated on? Wait, no. You did the cheating.
getting a separation.
Oh. This picture. Is that funny? Is it cackle funny? Why is it funny? It's uncomfort. Like she doesn't actually think it's funny. She's just a being bitch. She's just such a salty bitch. It's crazy because she's the one who did this to her. Why is that funny?
It seems so long ago to me, but it's still very current time for a lot of y'all.
You bitchy Beckies. Okay, Sophie.
I moved into an apartment, obviously, just because, like, you know.
I needed to get laid. Because at first, remember when she broke up? She's like, okay, he's going to sleep in the basement. We're going to be here. We're going to be best friends. We're going to live through this. And Oscar was like, okay. And then she moved out because clearly she needed to get laid by Preston. And it wasn't working going to Vegas every weekend.
Oh, no explanation needed there. So when you first walk up, this is the kitchen.
She was in there for like 3 months, too. Crazy.
This is what I fell in love with. I just love the color combination. Actually,
It's white. Color combination.
I think there was a point where we considered staying and living together, but I'm glad, no. I don't think that would have been good. I don't
This house is smaller than that apartment. So what are you talking about?
think anybody should do that for the record. Even if you think you can, I just think it's good everybody gets their space. Moved into the apartment, and then I wanted to move to a different school district.
I think she was talking about the thing I was talking about.
District and a different area to the area that I knew I would be long term and where I wanted the kids to go to school long term because Alea was starting.
And don't forget, she forced Oscar. She'd be like, "This is where we're doing it. Kids are going to hear it. I'm doing this." Forced Oscar to live in that region. Like even if he didn't want to, it didn't matter. Oscar has given up so much Okay, including, I think, more money than he got, just so you guys are aware. Okay, he's given up a lot. He's moved. He wanted to move back to California. She's like, no. He wanted to go to Florida. No. She says, no. I get that. But like everything that Oscar has given into, she just demands, and he does. At some point, Oscar's going to have to grow some nuts and like do his thing.
In school that year, and I didn't want her to start over there and then a year later move to like where we are now. But I also wasn't ready to buy, so I rented a house in the new area in the new school district. First time I'm seeing the house in person, and oh my gosh, is it literally
Zitz came with you.
30 times better. And I loved the home.
Maybe Preston needs to get his stuff checked out. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it's Preston.
Even without seeing it, like being here, like obviously based on pictures and videos is when I signed the lease. Then fast forward a little time after that, Preston and I were basically living together for quite a while, but really he would tell you only like the end of me living in that townhome. And at the time, the knowledge
You cheating liar.
I had, the experience I had, the people I knew, I really just felt like renting was such a waste of my...
Look at your forehead. It's like a space-time continuum for assholes, you know?
Which I still do believe, but I also think there's something else to that also should be known. It's not always the smartest thing in everybody's situation, and I just wish I would have like thought about that at the time. Regardless.
Yeah, because she probably had to pay a massive, like, I think she probably had to pay the lease out to leave. Like, you don't just get to leave. She had to pay something anyway.
We decided as a couple, look at us go. We were finally like a couple.
No, you weren't. And again, so she says she doesn't lie, and right now she's telling you the truth, but was lying back then. You remember that, right? They weren't together. She kept saying it. I'm not with anybody. I'm trying to find myself. And now she's like, when she was in that apartment, they were seeing each other, and he was living there eventually. They were cheating, even way before she broke up with Oscar too. So if you don't believe that thing, fine. But whenever she says she's not a liar, just listen to the lies that she finally tells and comes truth on. And comes clean on. Just listen. She's such a bad damn liar because she doesn't know what she puts on the internet.
We were a couple for a long time, okay? He was just so scared to admit it. Maybe he still had like his college girlfriends that he wasn't ready to let go of yet, so he was like, you know.
Is that funny? So what she's basically telling you there is that maybe he was still with Hannah, wasn't ready to let go of Hannah. Her best friend, by the way, she had a podcast with, who was employed. She employed Hannah. And she's like, a college girl, he wasn't ready to let, just a college girl. Like, you mean his wife? Your best friend? Again, what an asshole thing to say. What a completely douchey thing to say. And are we surprised? We're not surprised. You're such a grossy. She is such a nasty piece of trash. There's no other way to put this. She doesn't care, and she thinks she's good. She thinks she's a good person. She honestly thinks she's a good person. And it just keeps getting worse. Now, I know that Hannah has called you guys out, and you're just like, it's your way of clapping back, but you're such a bitch. And you are irredeemable. You are an irredeemable twat. Okay? So this came up in the video. Someone had called her out, and she called that person back out. So this girl made a video about Kyra and that thing that you just saw right there. And then Kyra wrote back and said, no, sorry, so far reaching. I very much was referring to the college girls he was talking to between his ex and me. Nice try. Was he talking to college girls? This 26? Something like that? This 26-year-old is just going to talk to college girls? Now, I know that college girls can be between 18 and 21. I understand that. But was he really just going to college parties as a guy who was like 5 years graduated? Is that really what he was doing? That's a little weird, right? That's a little bit weird, but no, Kyra's lying. Again, you cannot believe one word Kyra says, because I don't think she realized what she said there was going to be taken the way it was, but people were upset. They were pissed. So she made a video, and then she got clapped back, and this is what she said.
Wow, thank you for taking time out of your day to be bothered by my TikTok. It was actually my first TikTok ever that I ever posted, so it wasn't a nice try. It was a great accomplishment because I got more views than you'd get on your average YouTube video. So,
ooh, that's a little bit of a burn.
So, pretty cool. And that should be...
You know, it is what it is.
Telling you something, Kyra, that if I'm getting more on a video because of something that I interpreted from your video that you put out in the universe, in the internet, maybe you should watch out what you're saying or what you're editing and leaving in the videos, because that was just my interpretation And like you said, it's just entertainment at the end of the day.
Again, Kyra's lying. She's like, no, that was the girls between his ex and me. There was no girls between the ex and you. You were cheating with him. I think it was like 4 months before you even did the breakup video. According to my source, that you admitted to them why you guys were drunk, of how long back you guys have been doing this. Go back and watch my video on it. They were cheating. There was no girls in between. You were the one that broke up their marriage. You were the reason it happened. Okay? There was no other in-between girls. So she's just lying again because she doesn't want the... It's funny because she says the thing, she says the little clapback, and then she's like, changes her... Like, just own it. Stop being a coward-ass bitch. Just own it.
I'm entertained, or you have to comment on my TikTok, so clearly you saw it and were entertained to leave a comment on it. So my biggest thing that I was trying to point out in my last video was, one, I was trying to be snarky and anonymous because, like, I love YouTube. I love YouTube drama. Like, I get into it. But something that I've noticed about Kyra is that you like to argue semantics and you like to leave in little subtle, like, digs.
Yep.
And then when people backlash or have a backlash reaction to it, you're like, wait, no, that's not what I meant at all. Why everybody misinterprets what I say? When you're the one who is saying really unthoughtful and just really damaging things that don't only hurt you, but it hurts the people in your life, like your children and Hannah, the one that you did this to. Like your comment, like, it doesn't matter if he slept with, like, one girl, two girl, blue girl, green girl in between Hannah. The timeline and your friendship should have determined that, hey, he's off limits, but you were like, no, there was a girl in between, so it should be okay to...
There wasn't a girl in between, though, so that's just a damn lie. I know she's just trying to give Kyra the benefit of the doubt. There was no in-between girl. I mean, there was when they were on threesomes, but there was not another girl he was dating, so no.
Date and F my best friends.
Because wouldn't she have said that up to this point? I mean, he was already seeing other girls, like... She's just making it up now because she would have latched onto that a long time ago, man.
Ex-husband or fiance or whatever he was. That's another semantic. It doesn't matter if he was married, engaged, or that was your best...
They were married.
...best friend that you had matching tattoos with. That's sick and disgusting. Or when you say things like, my home wasn't a home to be wrecked, so what was there to ruin? Bro, you literally had 4 children with a man. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Your children are going to grow up one day.
Yeah, that's one of the most infamous Kyra quotes ever, and don't miss that. It's like, what home? There was no home to be broken, she said. Are you kidding me? After everything that we saw, the way that she treated Oscar, the way he treated her, like, she was really, like, had everything in the palm of her hands, millions of dollars, kids that she loved, a husband that adored her. Not good enough. What home? She sabotaged her marriage, everybody. I know that everybody's like, oh, Oscar's to blame. I'm sure maybe he takes... Of course, she shoulders some of the blame. There's no such thing as a perfect marriage. Okay, but from what we saw, the type of guy that he is, even to this moment... Right? He has never done any public backlash against you, never really clapped back, never done anything wrong, has given you more than you are owed, okay? More than that's fair, just so you guys are aware. More than that's fair. And has, like, never once clapped back or done anything wrong and just helped you when you had your kid. He was like, he's never done anything. So if he was the guy that you said he was, would he not have, like, publicly, like, done craziness? No. You had everything in the palm of your hand and you threw it away for taint. Because that's who you are. You make bad choices. You're a shitty person.
And see that and be like, wait, my childhood was a lie until you got with Uncle Preston? Weird. All right, now I have to go work my real 9 to 5, 5 days a week job because I graduated high school, Kyra, so...
Love that clapback. That's great. Anyway, so she says that. There's a bunch of... If you go on the Reddit Snark thread, people were just upset she said this. And she shouldn't have said it. Like, Kyra, you are the villain here. Like, and you know you are. But she claims not to be. She claims, I don't know if you guys knew. It's like, I'm so happy. You're just so trashy. And she does this on purpose, but it's not going to last. Your shit's falling apart, lady.
This house. And this house, wait, I skipped a whole chapter where I was going to buy a house and went under contract for that house.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, do we just start this over?
No, just say it and then you just move.
Okay. Before I moved into the rental and I lived in the townhome. So when you first walk up, I put an offer and was in contract in escrow for a certain amount of time for another house that was in this area that I'm living in now, the long-term area that I was referencing.
Oh my gosh, just get to it!
We wanted to find somewhere to buy so that we weren't wasting money renting. We came across this place.
And you're gonna lose money, so...
that we're living in now. And this is where a lot of you guys seem to have a lot of confusion. I don't blame you. It's very confusing. I'm confused. Every day I've been confused about what I've wanted to do.
That's because you're an asshole.
in this house with this house. When we saw this house, we
Imagine you have to just spend minutes and minutes of your vlog explaining why you lied to everybody, explaining why you can't make a choice, explaining why you're a flaky asshole. It's just like, hopefully, look guys, I'm a flaky asshole, and that's just who I am. But let me explain why I'm not flaky, is what you're trying to, but you are a flaky asshole. You're literally assholes flaking.
felt like it was very small, but it had a lot of potential. And every good young fella loves, it's like the trend these days, you know, like flip a house, make a lot of money, potential. And that's all still true, but it can also be hell on earth and really difficult and a lot.
Shut up, man. Oh, could you imagine living with this person? Oh my gosh.
Harder than you think, you know? There's a lot more that goes into it. And I would say if you're interested in buying a home, let's start at like the year 1990 or maybe even 2000. Let's not flip a home from 1939 where the pipes are like...
So why did you buy it and say you were doing it then? Why?
You take apart a pipe, the whole entire house might crumble. That didn't happen, but it might happen. So we really... We're excited about the potential. Rather, we were going to tear this house down and build our dream home on it because it's half an acre, or keep this house, kind of flip it, fix it up, put another house in the back, rent it out. Like, there really was so many...
You have a half acre, relax. You're not living on an estate. It's a half acre.
Options that we were like, either way, it won't go wrong. No, it won't. We were so stupid. Over the course of...
No, you are so stupid.
Us living...
Prestate's just along for the money. He's happy being a stay-at-home dickweed.
Here, which has now been like a year and a half. I want to say we've spent, how much did you say? $50,000, $60,000 on repairs. And I'm not talking upgrades or flipping projects or cutesy, look at my new kitchen. I'm talking like no heat, no hot water.
So she spent 60 grand fixing this house. She listed it for a little bit more than she bought it for, and now has already brought the price down. Nobody's gonna buy this house, Kyra, because it smells like farts. So she's gonna lose 100 grand in this house. Good thing you didn't rent though. I don't want to waste any money.
Plumbers coming and telling us like that pipe is so old I can't even fix it. Or our pipes in the bathroom being drained so the kids can't take a bath. And when they go to like snake it, it potentially is going to crack through the corroded pipe. So
Sounds like someone didn't get a home inspection when they bought a home. Just saying, why'd you buy it then? And now you're on the internet. Oh man, I hope realtors see this video. I hope some way we can get it to every realtor in your area. If you know where they live, everybody, send this video to every realtor in the area. Tag this timestamp in her video. It's the only time I'll get you to share her video. And send this to literally every realtor so that they know that this house has pipes that are going to break if you try to snake them. That has like so many things to fix. They can't do anything with it because maybe they're not gonna, the inspection won't be able to find that stuff. Send this video because some poor bastard's gonna move into this house and run into these problems. And she's saying it on the internet. Idiot.
You guys on Instagram are like, well, even those things still can add value to your home. And it's like, yeah, not that much. Like it's important that you have hot water. So
that doesn't add value to your home. You should just have hot water. So you're not gonna be like, oh, we got a new hot water heater. Okay. So I'm not going to pay for that. It should have already been there. That doesn't add value. You know what adds value? Apparently, here's the thing that adds the most value to your home, and it's so crazy to me. If you sand your hardwood and refinish it, the most value added. New kitchen, huge value added. New bathrooms, third or fourth on the list. No joke. Okay, landscaping adds massive value to your home. So like doing things that need repair, not value added. Okay, you got to have those things or you won't be able to sell your damn house.
Adds value in the sense that we can't sell a house that doesn't have hot water.
So that's not value. That's just selling a house. You're losing value. You're losing money because you will not recoup that money if it's a repair you have to make. You can't be like, oh, I got this thing that repairs broke. Okay, I'm not paying more. It should have just been there. Okay.
Water. I guess it adds value that way, but it doesn't actually add value. Like
yeah, exactly.
Building an extra bedroom or doing a complete makeover to a really old home like this. They've already done that type of flipping on this house.
Yeah, it looks like shit too, so it's weird.
So
6-foot ceilings.
A couple months ago, we were just like, you know, let's just like start exploring our options if we want to build somewhere else or tear this house down.
How is she gonna get a mortgage? Like she doesn't even. If she has to prove what she makes now, there is no way that she's gonna get a mortgage. Not for a house that you need. Like. She must have $300,000 down payment because there's no way she's going to get a mortgage. You know how hard it is for YouTubers to get mortgages? It was absolutely bananas for me to get this mortgage. Like, the down payment I put in this house is holy shite. I mean, at least I have that in equity, but oh my gosh, they don't like people who make their money as influencers. They don't like it. They don't because it's so volatile. How did she get another mortgage, man? She paying cash?
Which in our area, we didn't get an actual estimate to tear this house down, but in our
Of course you didn't, because you're never going to do it. You're just lying to everybody.
area, it typically costs, anywhere from like $8,000 to, I think it's like $35,000 to tear down a home.
Oh, yeah, at least $35,000. Yeah. Rough estimate building plan, 230 square foot $230 a square foot. That's not bad, actually. $40,000 teardown, yeah, I believe that. 4,000 square foot ideal size, 960,000. That makes sense. But that would have been an investment. But where are you gonna live in the meantime, right? That's the thing.
It costs different no matter where you live. But for us, that was like maybe we'll do that and then build.
230 a square foot. It's like 400 a square foot. Why? Oh my gosh. So we don't have cheap labor. That's probably why. Like, we really don't. You don't have cheap labor. Apparently, if you go down, especially in the southern states, you have so much cheap labor, and like people coming up from Mexico who like are really good at what they do, and like you can go pick up guys at Home Depot that'll come build your house. You don't have that here. I don't think we're even allowed to have that here. Am I right about that?
But then there's the length of time where you have to get plans approved, city approvals, which take
That's why you hire a home builder to do that. That's what they do.
long. I've done it before, and that was just adding on to a house. We decided we didn't think tearing it down and building a new one was really in the cards for us. Since we're going into so much detail, I wanted to add why we decided not to add on to the house, because obviously that was an option we explored too.
Are you measuring Preston on the wall? You grew this year, Preston. Good for you. She just measures her forehead on the wall. She just keeps growing, just the forehead. Kyra's forehead has its own little line on the wall.
Professionals and builders and all of that. Because our home is so old, adding new, again, pipes, equipment.
No, you're not adding new pipes. You're tearing the house down. You're not adding new anything. You are literally tearing the entire house out of the ground, including the foundation, and pouring new footings, new foundation, and going from there. It's literally a new house. You're resetting the land. New pipes. Who are you talking to? What?
Whatever, into an older home like that,
no.
It's just going to cause more issues in the long run.
No, it wasn't. You're tearing out everything.
It's possible. People do it, but it's just risky because you're mixing really, really old with really, really new. This was really a learn as you go.
You don't have to mix really, really old, really new. You just tear out the old one and build a new one. What?
Which I don't regret. I think like a lot of people are like, oh my God, you move so much. And honestly, there was like a little bit of guilt that I've had. Like, oh my gosh, we move so much.
You do move so much. You are throwing your kids through so much turmoil since this breakup. It's insane. And this is just adding to it. You do move so much. And that's coming from a guy who moved like 50 times in his life. You move a lot.
And I think that would be true if we were moving cities and states and...
No, homes matter. Doesn't matter if you're moving. If you move down the street, you're still moving. Still, moving is stressful and it's very, very, very traumatic on children. Okay, it's traumatic on everybody. Moving is not easy. Unless you're like a millionaire and you don't have to look at anything, pack anything, and you just kind of wake up one day, they do it all for you, you go to the next one. Okay, maybe that's a little less traumatic, but it still is. There are still like the feeling of being home for children. It's like where your friends know where you live. It's where your bike is. It's where everything is. You're used to the neighborhood, the people, and then you just up and move. I don't care what anybody says. Moving is something that everybody has to go through. I get that. But if you don't have to, why would you? It's not like you're moving for a job. Like you have to, I have to move over here because I understand that, right? That happens a lot. You're just moving because you just don't like this one anymore. That's the only reason. Because you're a loser.
Changing the kids' schools, but that is not the situation. And honestly, I'm just somebody who I do thoroughly enjoy change. Like I know, but not everybody does. That's something I've had to deal with in my family. My wife and I have been married for 17 years, and we moved 6 times in 18 years. And I think that's a lot for her. My wife, how many times she moved as a child? One time. And that's just because her parents love her, you know? But to me, that's something I'd love to give my children because moving here was pretty hard on my kids, right? We moved cities and we had to because family was just a big important thing because family's everything to us. We have to take care of our family. That's what we do. It's just what you do. And so this will be it though. Like my kid is going to graduate. Both my small children are going to graduate here. Okay. And they're going to go to college out of here. And then if we want to leave or do something that's different. Okay. But we're here. Our roots are here now. Okay, and that's something you should really, really strive to give your children if you can. And she can. She absolutely can. Because she's going to move into this new house. And then she's going to move again in 18 months. That's why she gets new vehicles every 6 months. It's crazy to me how much money she wastes. Because she's impulsive. And she's a wanderlust. She can't stay. And I understand this because I'm this type of person. But the sacrifice wanderlusts have to make is for their families. And they should. Because the families need you to do those, to make those sacrifices. Because they're not into that like you are. I think it's very rare, the type of person that I am and that Kyra is. We're very rare.
Okay? Where nothing like that stresses out. Moving doesn't stress us out. When things change really quickly, doesn't stress us out. We're going to be very good in apocalypse situations. Okay? We're going to be good. We can make quick decisions on the fly. That's not a lot of people. Okay? That's very rare. It's very ADHD. Okay? It's not a lot of people. So if you are that type of person, you kind of got superpowers.
Stressed about it. My kids enjoy it. And
No, they don't. You're such a liar.
again, we're just changing houses, not entire like scenarios where we're having to like move away from friends
No, you're changing everything.
and teachers and all that.
Why, are you moving right next door then? Because that's the only thing that really would never change that much. But you're moving. Okay, you're moving.
And sometimes you realize after living in a home, this home isn't best for our family anymore. And I do still believe that this house was like a blessing, because if we would have been in the rental all this time, we would have been giving all of that money.
Yeah, well, you still waste $100,000 because you spent $60,000 fixing this home, and now you're going to take a $30,000 or $40,000 cut on the home because it's not selling. So, yeah, okay.
Way, whereas now we are able to get a lot of the money back that we've put in.
If Oscar's in this region and he's a realtor, he could secretly just take a stab at her, and she would never know, by reaching out to the network of realtors with that video and that timestamp and saying, just so you guys are aware, if anybody's showing this house, boom, she just told you the pipes are going to burst and everything's garbage, can't be fixed. Don't sell your clients this home because you're going to get hit on it. You're going to lose tons of money, Kyra. You should have just rented.
Go and look at it. We did look at like floor plans of houses to build, like not on this specific lot, but like if we found another lot that we really liked that didn't have a house on it, and wanted to build on that.
You must have like nest egg just sitting there.
Again, I didn't know if I really wanted to do that or not. So we were just like looking, and I did vlog one day, showed you guys earlier in this vlog, but we did it quite a few times where we went and looked at houses or locations
I don't think I saw that one.
that popped up. This day, I just happened to vlog it, and I'm really glad I did, because this was the day that we came across one that is just perfect for us. I really see it as a long-term home. I no longer want to say dream home, because I just feel like
Because I want you guys calling me out, because everything I do has to be careful with who I gets called out. Imagine everything that you do in your life and say. You're just worried about what the internet will say about it. That's how you live right now.
I don't think I'm the type of person, and neither is my husband, where we can ever move into a house and stay there for, 70 more years. That's just not
Why?
the type of people that we are, and, a lot of people really like to tear me down for that, and have at it, I guess.
Well, it's because you have children to consider now. And you've broken them up and you split their family up. And so this is one thing you could give them, because there's no reason for you to leave. There's no reason for you to move. Go find your damn dream house then and just live there. Right? This is one more thing you're taking away from your kids, and everybody knows how traumatic it is in children. You're like, they love it. No, they don't love it. No, they don't.
But it doesn't bother me, again, as long as I'm not changing like my kids' scenarios that are really important, like sports and school. But otherwise, if I want to bounce around the neighborhood for the next 10 years, I really don't see the problem with it. It's my money I'm losing. This house.
It's true. She's right.
So I do see it being long term, just because currently, I've talked about this I think on Instagram, currently it's 4 bedrooms, but typical in Utah, a lot of houses, almost like 90% of houses built in the last 10 years have unfinished basements. The one in our new house is currently framed for 3 bedrooms, a giant living room, and I believe 1 bathroom, but we realized we could have a normal sized living room and 4 bedrooms and 1 bathroom down there based on the square footage, meaning that we could have 8 bedrooms. Now we definitely wouldn't finish the
Heck do you need 8 bedrooms for?
basement, probably for another like year or two.
For the threesome room? You got a red room going in there?
So it would cost around 50 to 60 to 70,000, depending on like the finishes and stuff, to finish the basement. And obviously right now buying it, we're already spending so much. It's literally like 5 times the space that this house is, which I'm just so grateful. Like, I think this house has taught me a lot about hoarding and like, really using my space.
Whoring? Is that what this house taught you? Nah, you already knew that. You already knew how to whore around. Burn.
In a smart way. I want to
hoarding. Okay.
continue doing that and take that over to the new house, but I am just so excited to have space, especially now the kids have all their friends over and all that. I mean, I'm
Ain't coming over anymore. We're moving 15 blocks away. Sorry, kids. Can't come over anymore.
Jammo, now I'm rambling. But we will be moving into that house in the next couple of days. And I'm so
Couple of days? Holy shit.
excited. I have moving vlogs. Definitely going to be vlogging packing. Today we're actually going to start packing. As you can see behind me, we undid 1 cabinet. So I'll be
Wow. Going hard, I see.
taking you along the way, of course. But yeah, I'm just so excited. And I hope that answers like all the questions. I just got so...
It didn't answer any questions. It just, what you did was try to like justify everything. That's all you did there. So, okay, thanks.
So many people like, but I thought you were going to tear it down. I thought you were going to build. One, I did say when we bought the house, I didn't know what we were going to do, but there was a lot of potential.
No, you said, we all knew what you said you were going to do. You said you were going to do the thing, and you didn't.
And it just ended up not being for us. I feel like I've always kind of known I wasn't passionate about flipping, but I always was like, but they're like, is money in it potentially? And I just realized it's just not me.
My pipes are going to explode.
No, I don't like that kind of stuff. I'm not good at it at all, which made
No, you're not good at anything, Kyra. Literally nothing. Nothing. You're not good at anything. I can't even be nice about something. You're not good at anything. Let me rack my brain here for a second. You're good at being an asshole, I guess, and breaking up families and being a total twat to your ex-best friend. That's something you're good at, I guess. But honestly, no, truly, what is she good at? Cooking? Nope. Being a mom? Hell no. Being a friend? Nope. Can she knit? Can she do anything like that? She's not good at editing, not good at making vlogs. She's not good at dressing. She's not good at being clean. She puts her damn coffee cream on the counter. What is she good at? Somebody give me something. There's got to be something she's good at. And I'm not even trying to be mean. I cannot think of one thing this woman is good for. Not one thing. Wow. That's saying something. I'm not even trying to be mean. I'm just saying that's saying something.
I was good at it. That would help me like it more. I don't know. We also really wanted a smaller yard. We've used this big yard.
You were yapping about how big this yard was. Get wrecked.
Maybe like a handful of times per week.
Who wants a smaller yard? What?
Events, which rarely happen because we live in a cold state, so you can never really like have outdoor events, you know? So,
are you shitting me? There's 6 to 7 months of summer. Like warm weather that you can do that. Maybe not in Utah. Maybe it's more 6 to 7 months of winter.
Also a lot to maintain. It's not too expensive, not as much as I like thought when I heard people say having, you know, a big yard is really expensive. If I lived in California, I figure it probably would be.
It's not expensive. Just cut your own grass.
Just because the water is a lot more expensive, but like, you gotta repair the sprinklers and I don't
Go move to the country. Get a well. What are you doing? You have all this money still. Why are you wasting it? Why are you literally squandering every penny you made off child exploitation? And don't forget that's what's happening right here, guys. Because Oscar likely's putting away money for his kids and everything else. She's spending every red penny she made from the exploitation of her children. And so there will be nothing left for her children from her. Thank God they have Oscar in their lives, because she's going to squander every red cent of that on herself and her impulsive buys and decisions.
I don't know. It's been great for the dogs, but this new yard will still be really good for them, and it's way smaller and way more like usable space.
So there'll be a lot of dog shit in the yard. Is that what you're saying? They have a lot smaller square footage to shit on the lawn that you're never going to clean up. Cool. Everybody stepping in shit. Let's go.
We'll actually have a garage. I don't know if you guys know this, but with this house, we do not have a garage at all.
Yeah, you knew. We saw it. It was open full of your shit.
And most importantly, what we were looking for when we bought a new house, besides space and staying in the same area and school district, is somewhat of a new house. Again, I'm not asking for like brand new. It doesn't need to be a new build, but like 1939, never again.
You're such a douche.
There is a market out there. You know, there's people who definitely like love, like we have a lot of people who have viewed this house that are
gonna buy it,
looking specifically for a historical home.
And they're not gonna buy this one because you painted the brick white and you shat the bed on everything and your pipes are about to burst.
Couldn't be me, girl. I will say a lot of them are more like grandparents' age, you know, who like appreciate the beauty of that.
And yeah, and then you ruin the beauty of that timepiece. That's the thing. They're gonna come and see the outside, and then they're gonna walk in and see your shitty floors that your dad made that are garbage. Your garbage couch, like you made everything garbage. So you took every bit of charm that this old home had, and you took it away. So now no one's going to buy it because there's no old school charm in it. You made it tacky and tacky. It's just tacky. It's trashy.
Not people with 5+ kids living in their house. The bedroom situation will still be the same, just because with my kids' age, I don't want them to all have their own room. They have a harder
Why not? If you have the space, just do it.
time sleeping. Avery and Aura can't fall asleep without each other, so that works perfectly. The baby will still be in our room. That wouldn't matter what house we ever lived in. She's just, you know, gonna be 3 months old. So now, all that being said, the fun stuff that I like, I don't know. I was like, should I say this? Should I not? Buying a house. Hi, baby. Do that.
Why do you like? We've seen this baby's face 10 times. Like, what are you doing?
Don't look at it.
Like it.
See, like he's being like, don't look at it. Okay, there, mustache.
Like it.
She's down there biting my thumb and shit.
Buying a house is public information. Selling a house is public information. And for that reason, I understand that my address is going to be out there. But I do ask, even if you hate me, because there's a good portion of this channel that just hate me.
A good portion? Do you mean every single person that watches you? Maybe like 90% of the people that watch our videos are hate watching. I'm not even joking. 90%. Nobody likes you. The 10% who like you are just a bunch of weirdos who like pretzels. That's they sit down with their cats and eat pretzels. Nobody likes you, Kyra. You don't even have a friend anymore. What do you mean? Idiot.
Watches, which, hey, it's okay. Hate is secretly a very extreme form of love.
No, it's really not. They hate you.
I don't think that's true, but
it's not true.
We're gonna run with that. I do have little kids that live in my home and that I want to keep safe, regardless of what, again, the haters want to come up with. So I know it's really fun to look up the address and...
Oh, no. It's going to get leaked. And here's why. Kyra. You chose to put yourself on the internet. Okay? If you don't want you're admitting that there's danger from people knowing your address and everything else. And so here's the solution for you. Are you ready to hear it? I don't think you're ready to hear it, but bring it on in here, Kyra. Bring it in. Bring it in. Come on. No, your breath stinks. Back up a bit. Get off the internet. Delete your channel. Delete your social media and all the dildo pictures and just walk away. You got a big nest egg. You're not making that much money online right now. You're not. Walk away. Walk away. You don't get to pick and choose what people go looking for on the internet. You are a quote unquote famous person. You have a big following. There's been a big following of hate. That shit's gonna get leaked, and that doesn't matter what you say. And I agree with you. It would be great if your kids were safe, right? It would be great if your address wasn't leaked. But you're not going to be able to help yourself because you're going to do moving vlogs. We're going to see the house. You're going to do house walkthroughs. So you want to capitalize on all of it. And yet you want people to be like, don't look it up though. Are you kidding me? Look, it's the real world we all live in. Okay? And the only way you're going to keep your children safe, are you hearing me? Get off the internet. It's not for you. And if you're actually truly worried, and you were truly worried, and in your heart you were, that's exactly what you do, because so many people have done that. So many people have been like, it's just not worth it to me, I'm leaving. And it happens all the time. And some bigger creators than you have done it. But it just goes to show that you really don't give that much of a shit, because you could just leave. Right? There's the door. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord forehead is huge. You know what I mean? Like, don't, just leave. But you're not gonna leave. But you're going to want your cake and eat it too. And it's just not going to happen. Okay? It is going to get leaked. And what are you going to do about it? Nothing. But this is the world, and this is your reality now. And you chose this.
All of that. And I've done it myself for people that I watch, because mostly I'm interested in how much they've paid. So I'll just tell you, we paid $650,000.
Well, now they know the friggin' listing price. So now that narrows it down in your neighborhood. They already found it, I bet. $650. That's pretty good, man, for a nice... What is it, 3-bedroom with an unfinished basement? It's pretty good.
If you want to see a home tour, I'll give you that, so you don't have to...
See? She's just sitting here admitting it. I'm going to capitalize on it. So you guys can see the home. So don't worry about it. So you just told us the listing price. You just told us how much it's worth. And you said you're going to show us all the pictures. So... I guess she's worried about the address. Okay, well, that's just going to come with the territory. Someone's going to find the listing. They're going to post it on your Reddit page, but they're going to blank out the address. Because that's the rules, and that's what they should be doing. But that's not going to stop everybody else from going to find it, and they will go find it, Kyra, because you live on the internet. Got it?
Spread the address everywhere for the sole factor that it takes one wrong person, and I'm not talking about a hater, that's fine, but one person with really bad intentions, or like a weirdo,
she's right,
to get their hands on that information and make bad choices with it.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? You're right. You're absolutely 100% right, and respect for you saying that. But again, it's moot if you recognize the danger and you do nothing about the danger, Kyra, it's kind of on you. Because if a predator wants to find your address, they're not going to they'll find your damn address, right? They're not going to go to Reddit looking for it. They just find it, because predators are really savvy with getting around things and trying to find what they want. So if you're worried about your bitchy Becky or what's her face Sophie looking for it, they're not going to do anything with the address. They're not going to be the ones to hurt you. If someone really wants to find you and hurt you, they're not going to rely on bitchy Becky or Sophie on Reddit. Okay? But you have put yourself in the spotlight, and if you don't like it, there's the door. Again, how are you this obtuse? Insane to me that you are recognizing something and you're so close. You're so damn close to getting it, and then you're like, I'll give you a house tour. Here's what I paid for it. Are you kidding me right now?
So, I mean, regardless, we have things to protect ourselves and, like a security system, all that good stuff. A lot of people want to know, and I get the nosy factor, because like I said, I've done that before, but that's why I feel like, as much as I would never share that, I feel like if I just share that, then it's less people circulating.
No, it's going to be found. It probably already is. Someone found it already, probably.
Around the specific address, Another thing is, when my house went up for sale, I have to tell you guys, I have gone through a lot in my social media career, but I have never had so many people find out I was selling a home in such a short amount of time.
Again, are you not understanding? She's so damn close to getting it. She's right there. She's like, I've never had this, and it's so scary. And you got it now? You see how dangerous the internet is? And being the person everybody hates? And being a total disgustoid on there? And she just says, she's saying all this right after she threw Hannah under the bus again, being like some college girl he was dating. He was married to her, first of all, laughs and cackles about it. And then in the next phrase, be like, okay, guys, let's be real. Let's be human. Okay. Let's be serious for a second. Don't leak my address. Are you kidding me right now? She's so close to getting it. And she's like, it's just right. It's right there. And she's like, she just keeps missing it. You're like, you keep missing it. You're so dumb.
And when I was getting like 500,000, I almost said dollars, views of video, people weren't this freaking quick. I'm telling you, it's a different generation of viewers.
No, you have a lot of haters, Kyra. When you guys were Okay Baby, you probably had a very small amount of haters. When you destroyed your family and became this person, you became a villain. You absolutely took on your villainy and you just embraced it. So it is what it is. You can respect her for it and just be like, I embraced my villainy. But the reason is because you are more hated now than you ever have been because of what you did to your family and the people who loved you. And that's just not acceptable. That's the problem.
Before the sign even went up.
Yeah, but my realtor had put her house on.
Realtor. Not a realtor. Realtor. It's R-E-A-L-T-O-R. Realtor. Realtor. You can say realtor or realtor if you really want. It would be weird if you did. It's not realtor because it's not. There's not an A in between the L and the T. It's realtor.
Line. Which, okay, here's another tidbit. Oh, well, I guess that doesn't matter. You can look up this house because, well, I guess we still live in it. We're selling this house for 5 cents.
5 cents?
79, but we dropped it 5,000.
5,000 for a drop. Okay, you're gonna sell this house for 520. Let's be real.
After like 15 days on the market, just because we don't want to like hold on to the house for too long. We're like,
she's bridge mortgaging, so she's got telling you about how she didn't want to waste money on rent and everything else. She's gonna have to do a bridge mortgage on 2 homes, and it might take months to sell this thing because it's a piece of shit. And if it gets out that you're putting on the internet complaining about how it's a piece of shit, and that gets out to the realtors in your area, you're screwed.
You know, want to be gracious with like lowering the price, but not too aggressive. I guess this is all too literal. But within 1 day, before even the yard sign went out in front of my house, it was all over the internet that I was selling my house.
It wasn't all over the internet. It was on Reddit. Okay, it was on Reddit.
And it was talked about like I was arrested and keeping it a secret. Like it was like.
Was it? No, I think we were just worried about the tampons everywhere and your pictures of you guzzling champagne with your tits out.
The knowledge of the century. And it's like, again, it's public knowledge. But 2, who the hell lives in my neighborhood that's that obsessed? Now I'm kind of like looking around at my neighbors like, hey, weirdos.
Hey, you're on the internet. You chose this life. You don't get to pick and choose. That's the way this is. If you don't like it, there's the damn door. The end. Why? How do you not understand this?
And then 3, yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's better secrets that are more interesting. So, yeah.
It was Halloween that day. Go trick-or-treating with your kids.
Well, I didn't even care that people...
They did go trick-or-treat with the kids. And they gossiped about you because you're an asshole.
Were saying it was just honestly... Like, I told my realtor, too. I was like...
Realtor. Say it with me. Realtor.
Oh my gosh, people already found out. And she was like, you're lying. We haven't even like marketed it or put it anywhere besides on Zillow. And so anyways.
That's marketing it.
I just thought I would share that I was shocked and that was crazy. And it was nothing I was trying to, this is what I wanted to say. It was nothing I was trying to keep a secret. Obviously, like I
mean, please. Except, yeah, you were, because you, like every other influencer in the world, always tell everybody before everything happens. And the moment you decide to do something, you're like, I gotta make a vlog about this. But you didn't this time. You didn't. So you were trying to keep it a secret, just like you weren't trying to keep Preston a secret. Hey, we're not dating anybody. Preston, I'm not. You shove. People had to like find tidbits, like a picture of his hat in a hotel room. You were lying to everybody all the time, Kyra. All the time.
Never kept things like that a secret. And eventually, you guys would obviously find out because I wouldn't be living in this house. So it was just funny that people like, she's hiding it. It's just, she doesn't want anybody to know. And it's like, no, it's just been 1 day. And also at that time, I didn't really want to announce until, hi, me again.
Holy, she can't even talk anymore. She's like Zsa Zsa Gabor.
I'm sitting here editing this, getting a sore throat.
Where's all your pearl ring that you loved so much? I've seen you wear it once.
See that I'm like over explaining why I didn't talk about it, and I just think it's so unnecessary.
Yeah, because if you have to say the thing, it's not the thing. Doth protest too much or whatever it's called. You are over saying it because you feel stupid, and you should feel stupid.
We posted our house for sale, and I think of you guys as like my family and friends, right? So like a big...
Nobody here is your family or your friends. You don't, even your family and your friends don't even like you anymore. So that's a weird thing to say.
A group chat. I wouldn't go being like, hey, here's my house listing.
Yes, you would, man. That's what all you do.
day or two after it's posted. So I just chose at that time not to share it. I share things when I want to share it. It doesn't make it a secret. It's just there's an order of content here. As much as, yes, I like to keep it organic and really share like the real raw life.
Organic. F off. The only thing organic you use is your forehead, okay? Everything else is fake.
That I'm going through, the good and the bad. It needs to be in chronological order. And I had a Q&A that still hadn't gone up yet that said that we didn't know we were moving, which at that time we truly didn't. It wasn't until our water heater broke and we were like, we really need to like
buy a house because their water heater broke.
Explore other options. Anyways, I don't mind over explaining this video.
Because you feel stupid and guilty, and you should because you're dumb and dumb.
I didn't make a video yet explaining it to people. It doesn't make it a secret. It just means I hadn't announced it yet.
Stop. Just stop. Please.
And somebody really odd found that information within a couple hours. Maybe instead of stalking me.
I'm not stalking you, Kyra. You are a famous person on the internet, and you chose this life. And there are lots of people who gossip about you, and that's a big piece of juicy gossip with tea in it. Okay? That's just the way, that's the life you live. They're not stalking you. This is what you asked for. This is what you get paid to do. Sorry, that's the reality of it all. And I'm sure people already know where your house is and it's going to be listed. And you know what? That's just the nature of it, and you're going to have to deal with it. You can't ask people to be like, okay, no. It's not going to happen. They're going to find your shit instantly.
They should become an investigator and like profit from their weirdness. So there's all the details.
That'll teach Sophie.
For you guys.
Okay, guys, please be nice to me and don't share my address. And if you do, you're such a weirdo asshole. You're such a weird. You get paid to investigate people and to stalk people. But please don't share me. Like, are you serious? Pick a lane, lady.
I think that answers everything. I'll probably do a Q&A just to like get into more details about the upcoming house.
No thanks.
If you guys are interested, I hope that you guys enjoyed this vlog, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.
It was shitty. That's what that was. You dumbass. Hey guys, can you please don't do things? And then you're an asshole. And I'm going to throw my ex-best friend under the bus again. That college girlfriend. Except it was his wife. So and for some reason you hate that. It's really bothers you that they were married. It's really weird. You're such a weirdo. Nobody likes you. Stop. You don't even go here anymore. Ugh. Again, make sure realtors in that area know that she just gave away. That's some pretty deep shit that she just said. So it sounds like there might be clay pipes in the house and not like PVC. If it's from the 39, probably has asbestos. This house, if it gets out what she just told everybody, and like anybody interested in buying this house, if they knew that the pipes couldn't be like cleaned properly because they were burst and everything else, there's nobody that's going to buy this house. And it's on them to kind of like, it's buyer beware. So if you have information about a house, you should probably give it to potential buyers, is what I'm saying. That's not being mean. That's like saving a potential, like somebody giving them like all their money, their nest egg in buying a home, right? That could potentially cost them hundreds of thousands they don't have. Like it's like crazy what she's admitting there, and they're not going to disclose that on the listing. Like, go look at the listing. Does it say anything about like the pipes being a way that they can't even be cleaned? Nothing, I bet, right? Nah. It's insane. This house should be condemned. Kyra just made a bad choice because she didn't have anywhere else to go. Okay? And that's on Kyra. But this house is not worth $579. If anything, to fix all that stuff, knock $125,000 off that price, then talk. Because that's what it's going to cost you to fix the infrastructure of the house if you wanted to stay that way. So, realtor beware in Utah. Seriously, I'm not even joking. Like, I'm not kidding. Share it. Anyway, take a deep breath with me, will you? Damn, you guys are some kind of something. I know I said it at the outset of the video, but damn. You look good in them jeans. Just so you're aware, and that sweater looks good on you. You rock that sweater, girl. Looks good. You know, your hair is like, what's up? In the wind and stuff. It's nice. You're just some kind of something. I hope someone tells you that daily, because you deserve it. You're a nice person. You come out here, we hang out, we snark, we care about kids. We do what we gotta do. We got cute puppies, right? That's what we do. You're amazing, incredible, and valuable. Don't you forget it. I'm gonna see you when I see you.